Hey lunatics, today we've got another tips and tricks video for you. 10 little things, whether you're a new player or an experienced player, that you may find helpful here in Hytale. Let's go ahead and get started. If you're thinking of buying Hytale but haven't yet, please use my creator code MADHOUSE upon checkout. It helps to support the channel and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. Fall damage in this game can kind of suck. Like, I'm going to go ahead and throw myself off of this little pillar that I've made. And you'll notice I took, I want to say about maybe 20-25% of my health just then. But if you hold down the control button right before you hit the ground, and it does take some practice and some timing, you can mitigate the amount of damage that you take from falling to be less or sometimes even none. As you can see, I took less damage from that fall, and I'm healing up nicely. And my character does a little bit of a roll, and I took less damage from that fall than I would have otherwise. It can be very helpful to carry a bucket of water with you for multiple reasons. Just like in Minecraft, if your timing is right, you can use the bucket of water to catch yourself when you fall from a great height. I'm not going to do it because I am bad at the timing. Alternatively, if you're at a great height like this and you know you want to get down and you know you're going to want to come back up again later, you can always just place the water down and then use the water as an elevator to get you up and down wherever you're going. Since it spills out on the ground like this too, you can often just throw yourself off of the top and you'll be able to land safely on the ground. And then you can just use the water itself in order to get yourself up. Be careful though, if it's of a specific height, you may not have enough oxygen to make it all the way up, and you could find yourself starting to drown. But once you're done, just put the water back into your bucket, and you can continue on just like you were before. Now, if you've been exploring for a while and you find that you need to rest, but you don't have a bedroll and light leather is in short supply, well, I've got an alternative that can help you out. You'll notice that the crude bedroll requires plant fiber and light hide, and sometimes light hide is hard to get your hands on. So if you're able to at least have some tree logs and some stone, you can craft yourself a workbench and then go and craft yourself a furniture workbench with more tree logs and more stone. Then in the bed section, the Quebec bed only requires wood and plant fiber. So if you don't have light hide, wood and plant fiber and stone are everywhere in pretty much every biome. You can easily make yourself a Quebec bed and get yourself the rest that you need. Hey, you. Yeah, you. Right there. So I just got puked on by the Time Cat today, and he coughed up a note saying that you wanted to host your own server for your favorite game, but had no idea how to do it. Well, I have good news. Right now, if you click on the link in the description below, you can get 10% off your purchase of a gaming server from G-Portal. Yes, the Time Cat has sold out, and he is now peddling gaming servers. But seriously, setting up a G-Portal server is one of the easiest things you can do. It takes less than 5 minutes from creating your account to launching your new server. Help the Time Cat buy some snackies and a new bed so he can lay in the sun. Purchase your new G-Portal server from the Madhouse for 10% off and help support a small channel in the process. Now, back to the video. If you place mushrooms on the ground, they will slowly start to spread on their own. I've placed down a whole bunch of different mushrooms here, and we're going to test to see exactly which ones spread on their own and which ones don't. With some editing magic, let's time lapse to find the answer. All right, so some time has passed, and you can see that the majority of the mushrooms have just spread around, but a few of them have not grown at all. So the violet glowing mushroom, purple glowing, blue glowing, red glowing, as well as the blood cap mushroom and the azure cap mushroom, those do not grow naturally and spread on their own. These bouncy ones also don't spread. But all of the other mushrooms, they do spread on their own. So if you need to make a mushroom farm for your food, you can very easily do it with most of the mushrooms available. Now, clay can be easily crafted out of sandstone, specifically red sandstone. You need 4 of them for 1 clay block. But if you head over to a mountainous area like this out in the desert, this is where you'll find all of that red sandstone cobble that you need to make clay. But you will also find clay itself, a whole buttload of clay. And you can very easily get all the clay that you would ever need for crafting. If you go into the settings menu and in the general area, you can have show entity health bars. I highly recommend that you turn that on, because once you turn it on, you will have this red bar above all enemies that will show you exactly how much health that they have. Makes your life a whole lot easier, especially when you're fighting a little mini boss or someone that's a bit tougher than you, and you're wondering, oh God, is this guy ever going to die? Once you've unlocked the arcane workbench and you've crafted yourself your first set of teleporters, keep 1 teleporter on you at all times, because then you can always just place it down and set it up right before you go into some major point of interest or a dangerous area, and it will make it a whole lot easier for you to get back if you get killed. It takes some practice, but if you jump with your dagger power attack at just the right time, you can launch yourself into the air and gain great speed as well. When timed right, you could even use the ability to jump up onto platforms or ledges that you would not normally otherwise be able to reach. You can do it with the sword as well, but the technique is slightly different. And the sword also works really well for leaping across great distances like caverns or major waterways as well. You'll notice when you have a block in your hand that you don't really see any kind of outline of where that block would place, but you can actually change that. Go into your settings, and in the general settings, go down to block placement preview. Change it from multi-part to all, save your settings, and now you will have an outline of your block. Railway tracks in this game can be really expensive, but if you keep an eye out for mine shafts in various parts of the map, they are all over. This one here is up in the frozen area. It has got tons of free railway that you can very, very easily take. This mine shaft in the starting area also has a whole bunch of railways that you can very easily get your hands on. Just keep an eye out for points of interest that might be mines, because that is where you will find most of your free railways, saving you a ton of iron resources. And that is all of the tips I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you found some interesting information and maybe something you didn't already know. If there's some cool little tip that you think that I would like to see, please leave that in the comments, because I love getting new tips and new ideas. There is so much in this game, and I've just scratched the surface. I don't even know everything yet myself, so throw some of those hints that you've got yourselves and your cool tips into the comment section, because I want to see them. So be sure to hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on all of the cool new Hytale videos that we're going to be making. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, stay crazy, everyone.